How's it going, everybody? This is Cameron White with White Light Astrology, giving you guys your weekly forecast of what the heck is going on in the universe. I totally apologize for not being here the past 2 weeks. I have been going through so many changes in my life, so many great ones, so many emotional ones. It's been eclipse season, I'm a Leo, it's just been starting to ride on me now. So anyway, thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys for watching all my videos, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I totally appreciate every single one of you. Now, let's talk about this week. This week's going to be pretty interesting given what this eclipse in Leo did with that full moon. That was really highlighting a lot of our, ourselves, just more of what our wants are. Where are we passionate? Where do we need to be confident and brave and courageous in our lives? And the moon highlighting the emotional sense of that emotional, I guess, intensity of how to be authentically do that. And this week, now that we're closing out this eclipse season with this new moon in Aquarius, it's time to do things differently. It's time to see a creative way in order to establish this structure, establish this new sense of groundedness, I guess is the best way to put it. With all this Aquarius energy going on, and now with Venus being in Pisces as well, we got to start really starting to channel, what we truly want. Even though that may not make sense, Venus is in Pisces now, so our values, our sense of passion, what we really want to enjoy, our sense of pleasure, is now in this very spiritual, mystical, confusing aspect that is really in touch with our subconscious and superconscious. And you're going to start seeing a lot of results of, okay, I'm not really sure what I really want. I kind of want things in a really unique and unorthodox way. I want things to be creative and for them to come from my most authentic self. And now, as the Sun and Mercury are in Aquarius still, when they'll be going into Pisces here next Sunday when I record the next video. However, with this Aquarius season, we're still trying to find creative, more sensible ways in order to structure this and to really maintain a certain level of connectivity. And ability is a good word, I guess, to use for this, because now that Mars is in Sagittarius, we've gone through the Mars and Scorpio energy, we've did all the purging work, we did all of the intense emotion stuff, and Mars is now in Sag. He'll be hitting 10 degrees on Monday, so tomorrow. As Mars hits Sag, or I shouldn't say as Mars hits Sag, it's already been in Sag, we're on a path. We're searching for higher understanding. We're looking to do things that make more sense, that really, I guess, connect to us in a very passionate and sensible way. Something that's philosophically deep, that has more meaning with us. Mars in Sagittarius is, I'm taking this road trip because it means this to me, or I'm doing this action, I'm moving this way, or I'm getting involved in this thing, or I'm learning about this subject because it means this to me, because it's, close to me, because it's something I wanted to do, something I've always believed in, something that you've always, had a vision of but have never had. And this week's going to be interesting because now we have Mars squaring Venus. With Venus and Pisces, where what we really value, we don't really know. We're kind of going through this transitional phase of, okay, I enjoy these things, I enjoy these people, I enjoy these circumstances. I don't understand exactly what it is I selectively want, which we're going to be learning about when we have Venus in Aries. However, as Venus goes through Pisces squaring Mars, this road that you're on, this vision that you have, it may not turn out the way that you're initially thinking that it will. Not saying it's not going to happen, but it's kind of like I use this analogy a couple times. It's like we're driving on, we have a road trip to go on, and we have all these ideas of the place that we have all these ideas in this vision of what it's supposed to look like when we get there to the place that we're going to. And it's like when we get there, it doesn't look the way that we thought it would. It's a little bit different, and we really don't understand it. It's like you attach a certain image to your head, and that result really isn't there, and you can feel really confused, a little bit lost, or a little bit repressed and unacknowledged of how that really affects you. What are you trying to see and what is happening in front of you. There's going to be a lot of confusion with this as far as what are we really valuing and where are we really going, because Mars in Sagittarius wants to take us new places, wants to take us even higher, and Venus in Pisces wants us to discover what that means for us on a very spiritual level, on that subconscious and superconscious level. This isn't about that material value or that financial value or that physical value. This is really about finding the value in our higher selves, in our most authentic selves, and that's passionately expressing love. I mean, Pisces Pisces is a Jupiter sign. This is all about expressing. This is all about insight into higher purpose, into philosophy, into spirituality. Like I like to use Pisces. It's like a computer that runs off water. Like it just doesn't make sense, but the way that it's, you know, so organic yet so specific and so confusing and it's kind of hard to make sense of. That's why I call it, you know, a computer that runs off water. It just doesn't really make sense most of the time. But, you know, as Venus goes into Pisces, has this Mars square, where there's going to be some tension. However, this is a great time to allow yourself to open up to higher insight. This is really about trusting the universe at this minute. Like, not necessarily like, oh, I'm trusting the universe. It's like, no, really let go. Like, be in the moment, be in the now, be worried about just moving forward and discovering what that means for you. Don't worry about what it looks like on the outside. Like, there's a country song, I forgive me for using a country song reference, but there's a song, it's like, if you're going through hell, keep on moving, don't slow down. If you're scared, don't show it, because you might get out before the devil even knows you're there. It's like, that's such a good analogy, because we have Venus and Pisces now, where, you know, drinking, drugs, diving into illusions and, you know, mysticism and, you know, detaching and disconnecting from, you know, this world is going to be really common, especially with Mars and Sagittarius, with a lot of the people that are really freaked out about the direction that they're going in, if it's the right way that they want to go. But Mars hits 10 degrees Sagittarius on Monday. We're going to feel a more authoritative octave of this. We're going to feel a little bit more directed. We're going to feel a little bit more confident. It's just more going to be about our mindset and our beliefs around this. Then on Tuesday, we have the moon entering in Aquarius. That's when this eclipse season is all going to begin. And it is going to square Uranus right when it moves in. So this is going to be kind of like, I don't want to say it's going to be hard, but you're going to go through some mental breakthroughs. You're going to have some realizations of how open your emotions can be, how you can really see things through a different perspective, and how gaining that clarity and that insight and shifting your perspective can really help you in gaining the relationships together and the people that you want to have with you and the situation that you want to create, having that really come to a solid, structured, grounded, physical entity, if that makes sense. But as the moon goes into Aquarius, it's going to be kind of like, I mean, the moon's in Capricorn, it's going to be conjuncting Pluto on Monday as well, so be prepared for yourself already to kind of like, okay, I have to open up and change things the way that I have been doing them, the way that I have emotionally been investing into them, because they're not efficient right now, it's not effective in my life, and in order to get the structure and maintain it that I really want, that I really have, you know, for whatever it is that you're creating, you're gonna have to find a really drastic way to change that foundation that you like lay down in your life. And Pluto isn't gonna be, you know, it's not like your whole life's gonna change forever when moon conjuncts Pluto. I mean, it might, depending on your chart. However, Pluto really isn't gonna be this, you know, upfront thing in your face. It's very subtle theme. It's very drastic when it comes to your face, but as the moon conjuncts Pluto, just allow yourself to really look at the way that you structure things and the way that you really handle your business, to kind of say, and ask yourself if that's efficient, if that's working, because it's going to be causing you a lot of pain if you're not. If you're just holding on to that, that's when you're going to see that Pluto detriment. That Pluto negativity is the best way to put it. So, moon goes into Aquarius, we open up to a whole new idea, connect to other people, discover with other people. You know, find out other people's ideas. Take a step back. Focus on other people as well. Not necessarily like, you know, just focus on other people like that Virgo energy, but like, you know, how can we be connected? How can you give back? How can you be of a higher source? How can you be a giver, I guess is the best way to put it. With Saturn ruling that Aquarius energy, and especially with Uranus kind of thrown in the flavor in with it, you know, you'd be surprised with how many creative ideas you have when it comes to actually laying down your foundation and your structure in a really creative way, and people are there to help you and network and connect those, you know, those webs together. Now, then the moon, Mercury and Sun will be sextiling Uranus, and they're going to be squaring Jupiter. So again, this is going to be triggering a lot of, you know, emotional ups and downs with people. It's going to be squaring Jupiter, so you may be really attached to this one belief, and you're going to find, you know, okay, maybe I do need to let go to receive. Maybe I do need to just open up to source and, you know, just not, I shouldn't say freak out about it as much, but really just let go of the emotional attachment and the investment that you have into the way things are supposed to be and the way that you think things should be. Jupiter's all about justice, and with this in Scorpio, you may feel very, very right about a very specific subject and maybe very passionate about it, and sometimes you can be right, but, you know, would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? Jupiter. Anyway, that's going to be happening. Then the new moon's going to happen. Basically, you know, eclipse, woo, crazy, like, I don't know how else to say it. Basically, during this eclipse, open up to a new sense of being. We had this full moon in Leo that was like, whoa, we are powerful human beings. Holy shit, this is crazy. I'm stepping up to a whole new level of divine, you know, self-love and passion. And now with this new moon in Aquarius, it's like, all right, what are we willing to do that? Are we willing to get creative? Are we willing to see a different perspective? Are we willing to get out of our comfort zones? Give back to other people? Be of self-sacrifice? Or really just, I guess the best way to put it is just not in the spotlight. You know, what are you like? Are you willing to do the hard work that it takes? Are you willing to talk to the people it takes? Are you willing to meet the people, work with people? Are you willing to, you know, connect to other people authentically? Jupiter and Scorpio as well. And that's basically it. We're gonna be setting some hella intentions, and then it's off to the races, because then Mercury conjuncts the Sun at the eclipse as well. So now this is totally down, like, I don't like to use these type of analogies, but like information download from like the universe, just like okay, whoa, that's insane. I found new ways to do this. I see a different way to get out of this situation. Now I'm open to other perspectives, basically through Mercury. Then Moon will go into Pisces. Neptune will be conjunct this, Venus will be conjunct this, and this will be squaring Mars, and this is when we have the Mars square action happening. It's not gonna look the way you wanted it to. It is gonna be deep. This is about us getting spiritual. This is about us getting connected. This is about us trusting the universe, like trust fall, like literally fall back, trust it. It's like, you know, if you go skydiving, you're afraid of heights, but it's like you want to conquer this fear. Well, you got to jump out of the plane. Yeah, sure, you could freak out if the chute's not going to work, but there's only one way to find out, and that's jumping off the plane. So that's kind of an extreme analogy, but that's what we're kind of facing this weekend. It's going to be, it's not about like, you know, this is more of a deeper subconscious like reprogramming. Let yourself learn how to trust. Let yourself discover what it's like to discover, to feel, to embrace that higher authentic emotion, that passion that we have. And what else is going on? Oh yeah, Moon's going to conjunct Chiron, trine Jupiter on Saturday. My bad, that was on Friday and Saturday, I didn't get to mention that. But as the Moon conjuncts Chiron and trines Jupiter, like, we're going to get caught. Not like caught if you're doing something illegal, maybe, I don't know. But trust fall, we're going to be caught by the universe. There will be a catch. And we will be protected, we will be safe. This is coming with healing and understanding of the unknown forces with that Chiron and Pisces, and it's trining Jupiter. You gotta be very, very, very real about that belief. Like, do you really believe that you can do this? What are those beliefs, and why are you holding on to them? Which ones are good and which ones are bad? And hold on to those good ones. Believe in those good ones, because you're gonna have a lot of sense of healing over this weekend. And then on Sunday, Sun goes into Pisces, Mercury goes into Pisces, Venus is going to be in Pisces, and then the Moon will be in Aries trining Mars. That's going to be like I guess like a kickoff, is the best way to put it. It's like this new Moon in Aquarius is going to happen, and then the Moon in Pisces, like the celebration time, and then all of a sudden Moon's in Aries, time to get to fucking work, time to really lay down the law, because it's going to be trining Mars, and even though Mars is squaring Venus, we're actually going to be able to have some sober, is the best way to put it, conscious level-headedness going into what we go into next week. So that's what I got for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching all my videos, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Again, I apologize for being gone. I go through my own shit. I'm human too. And it's been crazy, but it's been nothing but blessings happening in my life. So thank you guys again for watching all my videos, and I will be seeing you next week.